pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cheers, cheers for Uvalde High. Send those praises up to the sky. Send that football down the court. Don't let the Bobcat interfere. We never stagger, we never fall. We always get there with that football. All you kids from UHS, we're all out to win this match.
Well, hello, everybody. We're here for the wrap-up version of Chamber Picks this year, and we're coming live to you from Luigi's Restaurant. And tonight we have Feedy with the owner here at Luigi's. Thank you so much for your hospitality and hosting us tonight. And your support all season long, being our pizza sponsor, our food sponsor. So thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's really long.
Thank you from you guys. I'm honored to have you guys here. You know, I'm glad to have you here to do a show. You can do anytime you want to. You know, I try to do my best for the community here to help them, like any way I can, like either like sponsoring, like doing donation, whatever they need to do for community. I'm glad to do it with no like hesitating.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much.
Well, thank you.
lucky
Thank you.
to have you,
And
Luigi.
Yeah, we're
just
lucky
for a little reference point, you've been in business here for
3 years.
3 years.
Going 3 years in this spot. Yep.
3 years in this spot. So, I mean, yeah, if you haven't come down to Luigi's yet, you really need to. You get some home cooking, home service, some great Italian food.
Myself, first time I started cooking Italian food, it's been 1999. So it's like 24 years probably. I was 15 that time, turning 15, Naples, Italy.
Oh, wow.
That's why I started first time cooking, Italian food as a refugee. Because original I'm from Kosovo, like Albania, but back home it was a war, and they deported us from the country. So we went like to Italy like a refugee. And when you went a refugee to another country, you have to start like from like zero. You don't know anybody, you don't know no language. So everybody give you something, it means like a lot to you. Like they give you a whole role. So I remember I started as like 15 years old, like washing dishes first in a restaurant, South Naples. They used to call Alfredo Mamma Mia's, they used to call back in the days. So that's where I started my career.
That's
Well,
amazing.
And ended up in Uvalde, Texas.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah.
I mean,
a great planet?
No better place to learn Italian cooking than Naples. I mean, so, and thank you for bringing it here to us.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
And
thank
I've
you.
been like, then 2005, I came to America, first time. I came in Marble Falls, Texas, which my cousin, he has a restaurant up there.
Oh,
Yeah, that's called Bella Sera. Then I worked with him for like about a year and a half. Then I've been like here and there working. And 2017, actually 16, I opened my first restaurant. Then I have a family problem, which my brother, he got a tumor on his on his body. So I'll sell my business and I help him.
oh, wow.
So at least, thanks God he survived. He's alive now. And then this is my second.
Well, running a restaurant is not an easy job
No.
at all, and a lot of late nights, a lot of hard hours, and
Hard
a lot
work.
of, especially for the owner, the buck stops here. So
Yes.
you're here a lot. Every
Well,
time I've been in here, I've seen you.
I heard from people before they have a restaurant, they've been so long in business, they say, well, a restaurant means like you married like twice.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're married with your wife and then you're married with a restaurant too, because you're always with a restaurant. Like
Yeah.
12, 13, 14 hours a day.
Mhm.
So, but hey, you have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job
did a
here.
great
And
job.
once
Football
again,
talk
if you haven't been down to Luigi's, please come down and do so and enjoy the service and enjoy the food and a great place to be. And for a night out on the town in Uvalde, please come down. It's a great
Yeah.
place.
Well, thank you guys again. I'll let you enjoy the show. I have to go cook.
Yeah, thank you.
I brought some friends that are from the north. They live in New York, and I brought them here one time, and they said, "I think this is better than some of the Italian restaurants in New York."
Hands
And
down.
so I thought that was a great
Well,
compliment.
let me give you a example. Like about 2 weeks ago, I have a family from Italy. There were like 6 of them. They were traveling. So they were in San Antonio. They were going to Del Rio because somehow they going to Mexico. So they saw the restaurant and they stopped by. They read the reviews too. So they came in and they eat, and then they called, asked one of the waitresses, who's the owner. So they called me. They say, hey, this is this. They told me. I said, well, I said, I'm not. They say, are you Italian? I said, no, I'm not Italian. He was looking at me and said, nah, you're lying to me. I said, no, I'm not. I said, I'm not Italian. I'm Albanian, but I live in Italy. I said, well, this food, like you have them here, it's 90% similar in Italy.
That's great. That's
So
great.
We've been traveling all over, but we never like find specific food like here.
That's wonderful.
As good as the cooking is, I'm sure if you look back on Ancestry.com or something like that, you'll find some Italian blood somewhere in your background. I promise you that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably if you go like 3-4 generation back, probably
Yeah.
that's something. I'll let you out.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Fee.
And feel like home.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, what a story.
Yeah, it is.
That's a great
that's-
story. Oh, my gosh. Shirley.
All right.
we got Wiley making a final appearance on Chamber
Alter
Picks this
ego,
year.
I tell you.
Better than the Spurs guy.
Well, once again, with Luigi's here,
Oh, my
and
gosh.
you know, we can't do this without our sponsors. Thank you to First State Bank for being our title sponsor this year. We really appreciate it. I'd like to give a special shout out to our sponsor for Keys to the Game with Coach Miller, Uvalde Chevrolet. You know, we didn't get together today, but obviously the game last weekend didn't quite go how everybody wanted to go. But you know, we've got some ex-football players up here, and you know one thing about Texas high school football.
Yeah.
When you get together at your 20-year reunion, you're always really going to be better than you were 20 years ago. So they will get together and talk about it and let me win this game in
Stories are
20 years.
better.
It's a fish story, man. It's like every week that passes, that thing's huge.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you to Uvalde Chevrolet to sponsoring that with Coach Miller, and hopefully people watching at home get a little more insight into Uvalde's head coach and our athletic program, our whole athletic programs, and our football program in general. So thank you, Uvalde Chevrolet. Let's see. We need to shout out to Uvalde Leader News for doing this each and every week, and
Still going.
James for picking really easy games so we can our records can benefit every week and stuff.
Cupcake.
Yeah, he went out of his way this week to pick us some very obscure, challenging games. So thank
I
you,
didn't really see
James
that.
Foltz and Uvalde Leader News, and really need to say thank you to LMG Productions for being with us all year long. Being behind the camera back there, and really getting here
I think
early,
y'all should
doing all
come
the
out and
grunt
take a
work.
bow.
and-
Now we can look right at you.
Come on out, guys. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on out and let us really recognize.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go this far with it. I don't hold it against me. But thank you all for everything you do all year long.
Game's head's going down lower and lower.
Well, and thank you to the Chamber too for being here and hosting this. I think it's something that the community is enjoying, and we appreciate that. The 2 Chamber events going on this month. I know we're going in the holiday seasons, and not as much time and not as many things. But first of all, the Chamber sponsors a coat drive every year that goes to the school, and the fundraiser for that coat drive is tomorrow night at Bottle and Bag. They will have a liquor and wine tasting, and 10% of all the sales, the gross sales tomorrow night, go to the coat drive.
There's
So,
nothing that
it's-
says holidays like
Yeah, if you
Wine
need to
and
stock
liquor.
up, if your in-laws are coming and you need to stock that bar a little bit, go to Bottle and Bag tomorrow night and support them and support the Chambers Coat Drive with the school. So please do that. The other one is
I mean, Willie and I were going to be there anyway, but
I was gonna. Where is that? Up
The
there,
other one
right
is-
by the overpass. In case you don't know, right by the overpass.
In
You
case they
that,
don't know.
Does that come up as home on your when you punch in your destination?
no, it's
Most-
work.
Yeah, that's what.
Most photographed spot in Uvalde, liquor and guns. buddy.
That's
is
true.
That is
Yeah.
true.
I remember actually buying ammo
Oh, I do
while
too.
people
Oh, I do too.
were
I
buying
did too.
alcohol.
I did
We
too.
weren't related. I just remember people buying alcohol and me and my grandfather buying ammo.
Oh,
Literally. So it's not just a gimmick. It was true.
I'd be willing to bet because I grew up out on 55. That maybe my first hunting license probably came from Bottle and Bag.
You know what? I bet mine too.
I bet you that's where it came from. So,
You betcha.
anyway, go to Bottle and Bag tomorrow night and please support the chamber with the Code Drive. Once again, all the sales, 10% of the sales go to support that. The other one is right after Black Friday. We have Shop Small Saturday here in Uvalde, being sponsored by the chamber in conjunction with some of the local downtown businesses. Well, the businesses all over Uvalde. There are going to be some raffle prizes given away for every item that you buy at businesses here in Uvalde, whether it be someplace out east or downtown. For every item you buy, you're going to get a raffle ticket. The raffle ticket will go into the bowl, and the winners, I think, will be. I don't think that exactly. It would be some gift cards and different things, but anyway, they'll have a table set up in front of Amy's Attic on Saturday. This is Saturday after Thanksgiving, after Black Friday, in front of Amy's Attic, and also one out at Oasis. So please spend your money locally. The chamber's doing everything we can to support our local businesses, so do the same.
You know my motto, Jay. If you can't find it in Uvalde, you don't need it.
There you go.
Hey, yeah,
Good
and
point.
Bezos is getting married again. He doesn't need your business. We do here.
Well, and you can stay out of trouble by doing your Christmas shopping tomorrow night at Ball and Bag, and on Saturday it's Shop Small here in Uvalde. So and don't procrastinate till the last minute. So
Yeah, think of the gas you'll save.
There you go.
exactly.
I mean, hey, absolutely. Are you picking tonight? Just wondering
Well-
what my job was going to have to be.
And two other things before we get started. One, as you notice, we are one member short tonight. Joe Thomas not with us tonight. He had some personal things earlier in the week, and we're going to miss him.
I'm very much.
Miss you.
I'm going to miss
We
you
miss
very,
him.
very much.
I did for you, Joe Tom. Instead of just the spreads tonight as we announce the games, I've got the weather too, because as we know the weather is weather, and for you it's an outcome of the game. So we've got the weather forecast for each game.
The weather outside is weather.
Let's see. Last but not least, I'll give a little shout out to Gabby Miller. I think Gabby Miller was our top ranked guest picker this year, and
Whoa.
she was making it known to everybody. I think probably Brody's heard that, Caden's heard
Oh,
that.
I'm sure.
I know her dad has heard that. Was she 9-3? So her and her mom have probably fought all week because Leanne swears she was 9-3, but if you look on the scorecard, it was 8-4. So we got to go with Gabby, I guess. So Gabby's
Yeah.
our
Good job, Gabby.
our top ranked picker. We'll have to. You'll be off at Aggie Land next year, but we'll have to have you on a call in or something.
There you go.
because to upgrade the
Yeah.
level of picks going on around here. So
Zoom
expert.
anyway, thank you, Gabby, and thank you for being with
Way to
us
go,
last week.
Gabby.
Gig 'em.
And she wasn't
And-
apologetic either. She
No.
said, "Oh no,
And she was on a mission.
Very
She
confident.
she knew her
Very
stuff.
confident.
She was fishing for a mission that night.
So anything else before we get picked or before we get started with our picks? No.
I think you covered it.
All right. Well, let's start with the college games tonight. We'll start kind of at the top of the leader news sheet. So it'll work kind of backwards here all night long. First game on the leader news sheet is Texas, Iowa State. Willie, we'll start with you.
Yeah,
Texas
hook
is
'em.
the favorite on this, but they are in Ames, Iowa, and the weather is 44 degrees and clear. It is a night game on Saturday night.
Do you have Joe Tom's picks?
Hook 'em.
I think he texted MJ.
He texted MJ.
We have Joe
Joe
Tom's
Tom.
picks.
Okay.
All right.
You know, UT's just finding a way to win this year, so I'm taking them this week. I don't care where they are and how cold it is. Hook 'em.
So I just had this conversation with Jesse at First State Bank, and we were talking about that. And, like, because of all the coaching changes, obviously, that are going on right now, remember the Iowa State guy he was the hot name.
He was a hot commodity.
He was a hot a couple years ago, boy. He was
Campbell.
going places.
Yeah.
Well, you don't hear about him anymore, but they're still showing
Yeah,
results.
they had that little scandal the first of
Right.
the year, and I think that's kind of taken some of the shine off him a little bit.
Right, but I still think he's a quality
Scandals
coach,
do that.
and I think just the no word's a good word kind of thing. I think not just because it's Texas, but I think Iowa State's better than their record shows. So I'm gonna go with the Cyclones.
we knew that.
Yikes.
We knew that going in.
Hey, yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
got it.
have you even seen my
That was a
total?
long
Good
about way.
grief!
Okay.
Macaulay Culkin, shocker.
If I didn't prove I don't know anything about what I'm talking about this year, then I don't know when I could do it.
I'm not going to be that brave, man. Give me the Longhorns.
Well, I do have Joe Tom's picks, and I know this one pains him because he talks about it. I swore I'm
Yeah.
never going to go with Kerrville. I'm never going to go against the Cowboys, and I'm never going to pick the Horns. Well, he picked the Horns tonight. He's got the Horns over Iowa State.
Way to go, Wally Bob.
Wally
I can tell you're getting better already.
But again, my record, I got to go against everybody just to even get close.
Well, yeah, but I agree with you. Iowa State's probably a better team than their record shows at 6-4.
It's just one of those sneaky ones.
But I also think, we've gotten to November, and the teams that really have something to play for, this is the time they show up. They better show up. And you've got 3 teams on our slate tonight. They're all 3 on the road, and they all 3 really. I guess Iowa State's not technically out of the Big 12 race either. But if you're a favorite in November, you better show up and play. So Texas is the favorite in this game. So give me the Horns.
Yeah, 7.5, right?
7.5. It is down from 9. It opened
Yeah.
at 9.
Yep. Scary game for Texas. Iowa State's won 3 of the last 4 in Ames and 3 out of the last 4 overall. So they got a solid defense, but the dream season isn't going to end this week. So Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Longhorns on this. Oddly.
Oddly. Good job on the tech pick.
All right, Mama Jen, we'll stay down with you.
Yeah.
Unless
I the only
does Wally
person-
want to make a
I
pick?
don't know. Do you want
That
to
was
make
it.
You got the Horns?
You can do them.
You want to do the horns? Okay, Wally
like a
picks the
giggle.
horns.
It was closer to a gig 'em.
Yeah, those are
Ingham's
gig 'em
not
out
playing
there.
in this game.
Okay.
All right. We'll start down there with Kansas State, Kansas. Kansas State's the favorite on the road. Not by a lot. I think it's a 3-point game, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 3.5 or something like
yeah.
that. I'm going to go
7.5.
Oh, and excuse me, it's going to be
7.5.
59 degrees and cloudy.
Thank you.
59 and cloudy.
It's a middle of the day game.
Are we getting Wiley or not? Are you just going
I think Wiley's here for emotional support
to?
tonight.
Okay,
so.
for me. All right. All right, well, I'm going to go with the Wildcats.
Yeah, Kansas State, tough football team. I think they're going to take this game on the road.
Yeah, Kansas kind of took one on the chin last week to Tech.
Thank
Well,
you very
yeah.
much. Was
Yeah,
I the only
you hit
person?
a home run on
Oh,
that
Heather.
pick last
pick.
week. So, and Kansas State, they were also on the road at Tech, and I think handled them pretty handedly. I think Kansas State's a better football team here. So, yeah, give me the Wildcats.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Wildcats on this one also. Should be a tough one on the road in Kansas, but they should come out with a W.
Yeah, I think Kansas for a basketball school is doing really
Oh,
well
yeah.
this year.
Oh, yeah. Rock Chalk J.
But Kansas State's your football school, so let's go Wildcats.
I was wondering that. We got Kansas State. We got Kansas. We got Villanova tonight.
I know.
Were we picking basketball games?
So
Jaime's ready for the
I got a couple of things here. first, I went with Kansas last week. I'm sorry. I should have known better, but I think that's probably why Tech won. If I'd have picked Tech, they'd have lost. So, but I'm going to go with Kansas State. You know, we have my optometrist, Dr. Steve Cox. He's a Kansas State man.
He is.
And I'm
Yep.
going to go for the Kansas State Wild Cows or whatever they are.
And he played football too.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he was a
that's
football
a new
player.
one. See, you learn something every night we get together.
I'm telling
I
you.
know. Well, we'll stay down there. We've got the number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. They're a 10-point favorite going into Knoxville, Tennessee. It's going to be 71 and sunny in this game.
Now that
Perfect weather.
throws a new twist.
That's a factor right there.
I keep wanting Georgia to get beat, but I don't think they're going to get beat this week. So give me Georgia.
Oh, yeah. It could be rain and fire, and Georgia's going to win this game. So give me the Dogs.
Yeah, they're undefeated for a reason, number 1. So yeah, give me the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I would have picked Georgia to win last week, but I thought that game was going to be a little closer. I thought Ole Miss had found something this year, and Georgia showed why they are on a 26, 27 game winning streak and the number 1 team in the nation. They look pretty dominant. I mean, I don't know how you could pick against them right now. So give me Georgia. Oh, wait, Joe Tom. I forgot. Joe Tom's. Hey, we got to back up one. Joe Tom actually has Kansas. He has the Jayhawks.
Okay.
Oh,
He has
wow.
the Jayhawks. And then he's
That's
got Georgia, of course, in this game. So
That's strategic.
yeah.
Yeah, that Kansas pick.
Strategery.
It's not because he believes.
Strategery.
But
Well, he's got that cloud. You think it's going to rain in Kansas, in Lawrence, Kansas. So
yeah, Georgia's getting playing their best football at the right time, getting better every week. So I don't see them losing.
No, I don't either. I'm going with the Bulldogs also.
All right, now it's going to get interesting. We've
Yeah.
got our
Now
first
we get
obscure game. We've got the Villanova Wildcats. They're 8-2, 6-2 in conference, going to the Delaware Punches. No, they are actually the Fighting Blue Hens.
The Blue Hens.
The Fighting Blue Hens.
Fighting
That's
Blue
that's the
It's a good looking chicken.
yeah, that's a great name. That's a great Fighting Blue Hens. So and the Blue Hens are 8-2, 6-2 in conference also. So this is for a conference championship here. Our
Ooh.
share of
Oh.
it. So
So what's the line?
Mama Jan, I don't.
We don't know.
Nah, yeah,
Couldn't-
this
couldn't
is one
find
of those
one.
games
This is a
that you.
toss up, I
Yeah.
think. I'm just going to go with Delaware because they're at home. That's the only thing I know to do. Blue Hens. What kind of mascot's that?
Fancy bird, you know. I mean, Nova. I mean, I couldn't find hardly any information about this game. I'm gonna go out on a limb and play a hunch and pick Villanova. Jay, what do you think?
All right, I'm gonna go the other way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna go with Delaware on this one. You can't find a whole lot out about them. They had a couple common opponents and a couple of them that didn't tell you anything. It was kind of opposite. So I'm gonna go with Delaware.
Yeah, I had never heard of the Fighting Blue Hens until today.
about
Regardless.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe Tom.
Joe Tom, my bad.
This is he's probably
He's Nova,
this
right?
is a basketball game, so he's going to Villanova. He's going to the
Okay.
Rockets.
What's the oh, wait a minute. What's
What's
the
the weather?
temperature?
Do we know?
Weather, Joe Tom, before you make your pick, the weather is going to be 44 and partly cloudy, so it's going to be pretty cold up there.
He's probably
Still
still
Villanova,
going.
though.
Still
Pick is still
Villanova. Yeah,
Villanova.
probably still going with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Wildcats also on this one.
But isn't Delaware Biden? That's where he's from, right?
Yeah, he spends. He was a senator from there. He
Yeah.
spends a little time there. I think he's still got a house.
Yeah,
there.
I think
Then
Probably some
Villanova it
classified
is,
documents.
baby. Let's go, Nova.
What? So you live in Villanova?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. You know, last spring, my wife and I did a little road trip, and we did a little Delaware. Very good crab cake. Some of the best I've ever had down there at the tip of
Did you pose on
the
the?
tip of Delaware. Right after we took the ferry across Delaware Bay.
Yeah, but I could see you
Yeah,
just
George.
leading that. Yeah, George Washington
Yes.
in front.
Crossing
Well,
the Delaware. Yeah.
Anyway, but that's about all the Delaware I need. I'm going to Villanova.
You're going to Villanova. Well, that truly is a toss-up game. That's 4 for Villanova and 3 for Delaware. So
you have it.
that's right in the middle.
That's what
All
Ray
right.
Wiley Hubbard said. Who wants to go to Delaware anyway?
There you go.
Well, let's go to Montana on our next one. We got Montana State. They're the Bobcats. They are. I've got my notes here. They're 6-1 in conference, 8-2. They are going to the Montana Grizzlies, which are 6-1, 9-1 overall. And this game, I think I read the wrong weather report. Sorry, Joe Tom. I may have gotten you mixed up. Yeah, the last one was not right. This one is 44 and partly cloudy.
Oh.
So,
wait, well, I'm just gonna have to go back and chase me out the weather. Anyway, let's go. Is it my shot? Do I get to go here?
Yeah, we'll stay down there with you.
I'm gonna go with the Montana school in this one. I'm gonna go with the University of Montana, and they're playing at home, which is, I mean, where is that anyway?
It's Montana.
Somewhere in Montana.
Yeah,
I think they're in
Hell
Billings.
no.
I think they're in Billings.
Billings.
I think.
Yellowstone, Montana. I'm gonna go with
Missoula.
Grizzlies
I bet
too.
you're in Missoula.
Missoula?
man.
Missoula. Yeah, that sounds right.
Missoula Oblongata.
You know,
I'm going Grizz too.
I hit the first deer I ever saw in Montana. We were on another road trip. We just crossed the state line and bingo, bango.
What do he tell you? What do he say to you to make you hit him?
He said, I didn't help the looks of your rent car. I passed it up and went.
All right, so we got.
2,000 miles.
Let's rephrase. I know we have a Montana school as the pick. I wasn't sure which one it was.
The University of.
Oh, the Grizz. So we got two Grizzlies.
Two Grizzlies.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. All right. My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies also. I thought it was pretty interesting. They meet up every year, I guess. Montana State and Montana. The name of the rivalry is Brawl of the Wild.
Brawl the Wild.
right.
So I have a little tidbit in there.
And I did look, because this is kind of a back and forth game. One of Montana State's losses was to South Dakota State, which is pretty much one of the best teams.
Yeah.
You know, outside of teams that you know, I think they're always undefeated. So it's gonna be close, but I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies. I'll take a Grizzly over a Bobcat.
I'm gonna do Montana State. I think I was looking at some stats and the defenses, the points they've given up are real similar, but Montana State scores a lot more points than Montana. So I'm gonna
They've
take
got
the
a dual
Bob.
threat quarterback. I noticed that.
Well, there you go.
I'm
Take
going
the
with
Bobcats.
Montana State too.
All right. Well, then we'll get to our last obscure college game. This one's going to be 59 and mostly sunny.
We're familiar with it with one of them.
We've got
already.
eight. We've got 8-1. Harvard 5-1 in conference, going to Yale at 6-3, 4-2. We had
6-3.
Yale last week in the game. They won in overtime. So, Mama Jan.
And we chose them, right? I'm going to go with Harvard. I have no idea why, just because.
So I'm going to make it 6 in a row on the college games and take every single road team. I'm taking Harvard.
Yeah, and I've noticed that too. We've taken a lot of road teams tonight, but yeah, I'm going to stay with Harvard. I don't know why, but I'm going to go with the Crimson.
H before Y.
It's one of my favorite cities to visit. I like Boston, so let's give me the Crimson on this game.
Crimson. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Harvard. Also, they're 8-1. And does anybody here watch Suits?
Oh,
Give me the Harvey Specters.
And Cheers too. I mean, Cheers alone. I mean, yeah.
So this matchup was one of the closest I've ever seen, because when I went back and looked, so let's see here, Harvard beat Penn last week in 3 overtimes. That's their only loss.
Wow.
And then Yale lost to Penn. And so last week, Yale beat Princeton. And so the only 2 teams each team has lost to was the same week, and they won in overtime whenever the other played them, if that makes sense. It's just, it's so close.
Yeah.
It is so close. So since Yale is home and they've never, they haven't done me wrong this year, let's go with Yale.
Go 2-0 with Yale. Huh?
You just like saying Yale.
yeah.
I'm going to go with Harvard. Let me have Harvard there in
Harvard.
Boston.
Yeah, drinking a lager.
This is probably the oldest rivalry in college football too. It's probably been played since 1640 or something.
Yeah.
I think they call it the game.
the game. Yeah.
The game.
What did Joe Tom pick?
Oh, and yeah, we got Joe Tom's pick here. I've been locked out
That
here.
old-
Let's see. Joe Tom
old
has the
Battle Axe.
Crimson. He's got Harvard also.
Harvard.
All right.
All right.
Harvard.
All right, we'll stay down there with you. We'll transition into our pro games. I'm going to throw you a couple loops on programs. We may go a little out of order here. First pro game will be Arizona at Houston. Houston's a 5-point favorite. They're 5-4, and Arizona is 2-8, coming off a big win last week.
Yeah, I'm going. The Texans are on a roll, man. I like their quarterback, and they got some receivers. And then that Singletary last week, I had him on the bench in my fantasy league. I
Oh no.
beat this loser sitting next to me. Who knew he was going to run for
If you
like
can't-
500 yards?
If you can't be good, be lucky in fantasy
So give
football.
me the Texans in H-Town.
I'm going to go with the same thing just because I think Kyler Murray's back, and I can't. Even though he's a small human being, you could probably throw him pretty far. I still wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, which is not saying much. But yeah, no, Houston. Let's go Texans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston. Also, I think I've said it before. C.J. Stroud. To me, it looks like the Texans have found their quarterback they've been searching for, man. Give me the Tejanos.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be unanimous all the way across the board. Joe Tom's got Houston, and yeah, give me C.J. Stroud and the Texans now.
What's the weather
Oh,
report?
the weather. It's inside in Reliant. I didn't get one there.
72 and
It doesn't
fair.
matter what the temperature
No
is,
wind.
The
72
humidity is
fair.
going to be
Got it.
97%.
No wind. Beer's going to be $15 a pop.
Yeah. And in Dallas, you can guarantee that the curtains won't be closed and there'll be sun coming in your face. So
Yeah.
Thank God they had the roof closed when we
It-
went.
It's going to be hot.
I guess the Texans are kind of good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Houston.
They look good.
Yeah.
Look good, huh?
Yeah, they,
John Jay, we wish you were with us.
Shout out.
For Roland and the Texans, I'm going with Houston.
All right. I'm going to skip a game on you, and I'm going to
Okay.
skip over to L.A. at Green Bay. L.A.'s a 3-point favorite at 4-3. This is the L.A. Chargers. Sorry, L.A. Chargers, a 3-point favorite at Green Bay. Lambeau is going to be 48 and rainy though. So
ooh,
anyway, that may be some consideration here on this.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going with LA. I really don't care for LA, but Green Bay just hadn't done everything like
yeah,
they wanted them to this year.
yeah, little underwhelming.
Yeah.
But it's not like the Chargers have been.
No, not that they're great either.
Yeah, they find ways to lose games, but Green
Maybe they'll win.
but Green Bay's been disappointing. I got Jordan Love on our fantasy
He's not hurting you too bad on fantasy. I know you're like 8-1, 9-1, or something like that. So
well, yeah,
you've got him
that's
on
true.
the bench a lot.
I've been-
I think so.
I started.
I wanna bring it
you know,
up.
he came out in the first few weeks of the season was doing good.
Yeah.
You know, and then here lately he just hasn't been doing anything. Or throwing lots of interceptions, anyways. But I'm gonna the Chargers are favored on the road. I'm gonna go ahead and take LA.
Yeah, I mean, this may be why some of my fantasy teams aren't playing too well because I've got Herbert, and he's kind of up and down. He has a great game and then a game that's nah. Both these teams, like you said, they find ways to lose games. So somebody's got to win here. So give me the Chargers.
Yeah, Green Bay. They win their first 2 games. I think they look like they're going to start out pretty good, and then it's just wheels look like they're falling off. So that's why I'm going to go with the Bolts, even though they're in the frozen tundra of Lambeau.
man, is that across the board so far?
I think so.
I think so.
So yeah.
Why?
Goodness. I mean,
wait.
He wasn't paying attention.
Hold on. We don't know this
JT's
yet.
pick, man.
Let's see.
Jose Tomas.
Wally Bob.
I think Wally Bob missed this one. I don't think he picked
I'll-
this
I'll
game.
pick it.
You want to pick for him?
Yeah, he's gonna go with those cheese heads, man. He just has a little closer eye.
Save the
You
graphic.
Just so I have proof.
L.A.
This one's not on there.
He's swinging for the fences.
That L.A. crowd is not Wally Bob's group. He's a lot
no,
more
wait,
comfortable
LA
with the cheese heads.
No, it's not.
It's not on there. So yeah, Joe Tom's going with Green Bay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna join him because I think this is getting to the time where weather does actually matter, especially when you're a team from California. So let's go Pack.
Yeah.
Go Pack.
I'm-
Go Pack.
I'm there with,
Yeah.
I'm there with Green Bay too. Wisconsin.
Long
Give me
sleeves.
the
Alright.
Wisconsin.
Or sleeves.
Don't you know?
The cheeseheads. All right. We're kind of rocking along tonight. Let's see
Well,
our,
good,
ne-
we can eat quicker that way.
our next pro game.
But please come out.
And yeah, I did. This is
Yeah,
in
come
this
out
is in
and visit
SoFi
with you. We'll have
Stadium,
time
so
to
I don't have a
visit.
weather report on this game. We've got Seattle at LA. Willie?
Oh, give me the home team here. Seattle, I've had their defense on my fantasy, and they're horrible. So give me the Rams.
Well, your defense doesn't get you all many points.
Well, but they don't,
I don't mind
get you
those.
some.
I mean, yeah.
They got me 6. I would have beat you last week.
Touche.
I'm not like looking for
True.
25.
True statement. Yeah. Give me Seattle. That's let's go. Seattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the road team on this one too. I'm with Seahawks.
Yeah, my fantasy team, on the other hand, is gone from in first place to I think last place now. And one, I lost my quarterback this week in Deshaun Watson, and so yeah, I had to draft Geno Smith just to have a quarterback to play this week. So yeah, because I got Geno, let's go Seattle.
That's a good reason. I'm going to take LA because Stafford's coming back this week.
Hey.
I chose Seattle. No particular reason. I love how Wiley's disagreeing with all of us. Don't you love it?
All right.
Yeah.
He's supporting us all.
Okay, we are. I didn't give you Joe Tom's pick on this one. We need
No.
to.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does have
No.
this game.
Does he have this game?
Yeah, he's got this game picked. He's got LA Rams over Seattle.
Okay.
So the weather's not going to be weather at SoFi Stadium. So he's got the Rams.
All right.
All right, we're going to skip another game. We're
Okay.
gonna save these two games to last here. We're going to go Dallas and Carolina.
Okay. I'm going with Dallas.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I don't think you've gone against
I
them this
haven't
whole
this year.
year.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a
It's incredible.
crazy year. Yeah. They've done well, though.
Yep. I'll take this opportunity to pick Dallas for Joe Tom.
All right. Yeah, and I guarantee you he's got Dallas, but we'll look just in case. Well, I lost you, MJ. Yeah, of course he's got Dallas.
Yeah.
So,
Go Cowboys.
yeah,
Is that a Thanksgiving? That's a Sunday game? It's not the Thanksgiving
no, this will be Sunday, and
It's
the
a-
next
it's a
week will
noon.
be, yeah, this is noon Sunday.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean, Dallas should crush Carolina, but Arizona says hi. Don't forget me here. But yeah, I just don't see Carolina having enough gas to beat Dallas at all. I take the 10.5 all day long
Yeah.
in the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Why you got to bring up old stuff, man?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not allowed to use the H word here. I know that, so I despise
Great
games like
disdain.
these. I despise games like these. You know, where we're supposed to just have our way with the other team. It's just scary, but I gotta go with my Cowboys, man.
See, I don't think. I think 10.5 is a bit much. I don't know that I'd bet on the line. I was like, too close. It'd be my Corso.
Have you seen Carolina's
Dallas, but
offense?
close.
Have you seen Carolina's offense?
You remember
No.
the line was 16.5 last week.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, on the road,
I just don't.
10.5
I
is a
don't
lot.
trust them to do
but,
it 2 weeks in a
But
row.
Carolina's just, oh man, their offense has struggled.
Like I think they win. I just close.
Bryce
sweetheart,
Young doesn't have
close.
anything. He doesn't have
No.
anything around him at all. And he's, as much as C.J. Stroud may be in the perfect place, he's in a horrible place just because his team around him right now. So anyway,
You went with Carolina?
No, I said Dallas, but close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me the Cowboys. I think they busted out last week. I think they do good against these teams that aren't too too highly rated, but Arizona says hi.
Yeah, exactly. All right, back to our two games that skipped.
Fitzgerald.
We've got Pittsburgh is on the road in Cleveland. Pittsburgh is a very sneaky 6-3. Cleveland, although they lost their quarterback, is a 1-point favorite at 6-3 at home.
Cleveland's still a 1-point favorite at home. I'm gonna go with Cleveland because one of my all-time favorite football names played for Cleveland many years ago. The kicker, Lou the Toe Groza.
How did I know you were going to say that?
I'm going with Lou the Toe. Man. Is he still playing for?
No,
You going to pick him up on fantasy?
yeah. I think he recently retired.
He's still out there.
You can draft him and Larry Fitzgerald this week.
He's
All
off
right, good, man.
Findagrave.com.
I'll be looking as soon as I leave here. I'm going to look at the players list.
Lou the Toe Groza.
Yeah, findagrave.com
Lou the
is where you'll
Toe.
find him.
You know, and Frank Wright was a great quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. A Rice graduate, Rice University. What comes out of a
San Francisco treat.
Rice-A-Roni?
Cerrone.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh
Yeah, it would.
for no reason because
No reason.
I don't think I've watched Pittsburgh this year. So, but Cleveland, if they lost their quarterback, give me Pitt.
I've seen a few Steelers games, and I mean they could be off or on. You know, who knows? Only because Watson's not playing, I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Yeah, I think that the Cleveland's season is fading away fast here. But a lot of times when you've got a few playmakers and the first game with a new quarterback sitting in, it's hard to game plan and stuff. So, yeah, I don't see Cleveland winning a whole lot in the future. But I think they rally and win this one. So give me Cleveland. Give me the Browns.
Joe Tom pick.
Oh,
What's the
let's see.
weather?
I don't know what he say about this game. He's got Cleveland picked. What would be his wisecrack about Pittsburgh and Cleveland? I don't.
Shoot, maybe something.
Something
Well-
about maybe a show in Cleveland, Always Sunny in Cleveland, or something that he's watched. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
what
hates
Cleveland's known
Pittsburgh.
for, like food wise. I know Pittsburgh's a pierogi. They're into
If
pierogies.
you've been to Cleveland, Cleveland's not known for much. It is not
Lou the Toe Groza.
Yeah. Affectionately known as in the heart of the Rust Belt.
Yeah, mhm.
You know,
It's definitely a working man's town. So.
Yeah.
You're
Blue
saying
collar.
it didn't take. I mean, not that it wouldn't have taken a whole lot, but it didn't take Johnny much to want to get out of Cleveland. Just to
That one
go.
winner, one winner there.
Hey, look at this
All right.
with
Fresh.
a game and a half to
Wow.
spare.
in the house.
Wow.
Dang.
All right, now you can see
Now
what
we're
you're
going.
missing every week. You know, we talk about the pizza coming in the door
There you go. You see the
and
box.
rave about it. Now you can
It
see it.
smells amazing.
Look at that.
I don't know if we can finish
And
the show
now this is going to be
All right,
like.
that's all, folks. We
forget
had a
about
good
the rest of
time.
it.
We're-
Come on, let's go.
All right,
Okay, back
I
to
want
the.
hot pizza.
So what'd you say? You're going to take Cleveland?
I went with Cleveland.
Yeah, you know, Cleveland kind of. I think they hang their hat on defense. They got a really stout defense. They're my defense in fantasy. They've been scoring like at least 15 points a game, which is a lot in our league. So I don't think Pittsburgh's got enough offense because I've got Kenny Pickett in another league, and I mean it's
He's
my God.
He is struggling this year.
it's rough.
Oh, y'all.
Man.
Whoa,
Whoa.
wings.
Okay, now we really can't finish the
Yeah.
show.
All right,
All right.
That's great.
for
There you
okay,
go.
there we go.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yo.
Come on, y'all, quit.
Riley's having a hard time.
James, come on, let's go.
Pizza's getting cold. Come on.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm taking
Oh, Janet.
Cleveland.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
And are we
Oh,
moving right on to?
yeah, our last one is Minnesota Denver. And the reason we did this is because
Thank you.
Nano and I were tied going in the weekend. I wanted to make sure we had a couple games at the end we could be different on. But I think we got 3 games different.
We got an odd number.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think we'll stick there. Whoever you got in this game is who I got. So Mama Jan, Minnesota at Denver.
Oh, I'm going with Denver.
Yep. I think Minnesota's won 5 in a row. They got a spark with Dobbs, and
Oh yeah.
that game the other night with Denver. I mean, they didn't deserve to win that game. It was an ugly game,
Denver
just-
is a favorite. They were a 4.5 point
and
favorite
they
in
won
this
3
game.
in a row somehow
Yeah.
too. But I don't know. I don't trust them. I'm going to take Minnesota.
right. I'll stay with Minnesota too in this game. So we've got 3 different.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Skull going with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Am I going to get a home run here?
Yeah, no, I'm
What
going
did Joe
Denver.
Tom do?
Oh,
Joe Dom.
Joe Dom. Let's go. He has got Minnesota in this game.
There we go. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I'm going
He's
Denver.
got the Vikings.
I think Dobbs, he's been the storyline, and typically when that peaks, it's right after that is when they fall off. So
Yeah,
I think
good
this
point.
is a fall off week for Dobbs.
I hate to do it because I have a wide receiver, Judy from Denver, and if he'd have caught one pass last week, I'd have beat this guy next to him. And all he did was just kind of
That's a
run
good-
up
that's a
down the
good
field
point,
and get back in the huddle,
Jefferson's
and he
supposed to be back
run.
this week, isn't he?
Yeah, he didn't do diddly or squat.
So.
No? Okay.
But I'm
Not
going
100%
with
sure.
Denver at home.
No.
Well, hey.
All right, so
All
that
right.
does it.
Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate this. It ended a little short. I know,
Yeah.
our college football players, fans, and coach wanted it to go a little longer, but
And all y'all out there, don't forget Coyote basketball's wrapping
right.
up. Let's go watch those guys.
if you noticed in the fight song, it was the Bobcats. Coyotes play. They play here. Right? It's on the road.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a home game here until November 28th. I think it's the Tuesday
Oh, wow,
after
after
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
All right.
Road Warriors this
Yeah.
year, man. So yeah, I got South San Bobcats. I think JV and there's no freshman game this week. JV plays at 5. Varsity at 6:30. I'm not sure if they're gonna live stream it from South San ISD. I guess if you can go to YouTube, check it out. If not,
Follow your Coyotes. I think they're 1-1. The
Yes,
girls
sir.
team is off to a 4-2 start.
Yes, sir.
They handled
go
the
Lobos.
Eagles last week, or this Tuesday night or Monday night, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was last night. They
Was
played.
it last night?
yes,
Yeah.
sir,
So they're off to a good start too. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, although we wish football would have gone on a little longer, there's a lot of stuff
Absolutely,
going on. So go Coyotes.
Yeah, go out and
All right.
support all the teams, basketball, track, baseball when it starts coming around. Let's go support those good youngsters, man. Go Coyotes.
All right, is it time?
And we'll
Yeah.
see y'all next year.
Always be loyal and true all through our school days, and when we are through, you Valley High, 3 cheers for you.
Rah, rah, rah.
We pledge our hearts and ourselves to you.
Okay, you better.
Welcome to the First State Bank of Uvalde, the most unique bank in Texas. I am Chad Starry, President and CEO. First State Bank of Uvalde originated in 1907 with men of true vision. One of those original founders, John Nance Garner, then a U.S. Congressman, and later who went on to become Vice President of the United States, was instrumental in establishing the FDIC. In 1960, rancher Dolph Briscoe Jr. purchased controlling interest in the bank and later went on to become governor of the great state of Texas. Today, 12 decades later, First State Bank of Uvalde is the bank of Southwest Texas with 8 locations to serve you. We offer a wide array of competitive banking services, electronic and online products, a range of lending options to meet your financing needs, home mortgages for your families, and a trust department to establish and protect your legacy. For over 116 years, this Texas institution has weathered time, droughts, and economic cycles, both up and down. It is good to know in today's banking climate that we are planning and looking forward. Today, First State Bank of Uvalde stands on a solid core foundation and has a clear Texas independent vision and a priority to keep you and your finances safe, sound, and secure. We invite you to be a part of First State Bank of Uvalde and see why our motto is the best is yet to come.